Hello and welcome to the Trust Factor Podcast, the only podcast that guarantees your success when you implement its divine age-old teachings. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you had a meaningful Shabbat. Wishing you a spectacular week to come. Today, I'm going to run that draw. If you've been paying attention, you know that Rabbi David Saperman, who we interviewed a couple short weeks ago, who's been teaching these ideas for almost 60 years, has written multiple books. And the one book that I keep referencing in this podcast is Emunah, a practical guide in having trust and faith in your Creator. He's generously offered to give away 10 copies for free. And so what you need to do, and you've still got today to do it, is to listen to this podcast, like it, share it, comment on it. Doesn't have to be this one. It could be any of the podcasts. Ideally, not the sound bites, not the 1-minute sound bites that everybody loves, but the full podcast, the meat and potatoes, the stuff that's going to impact real change. Listen to it, internalize it. Comment on it, share it, and like it, and you will be entered into winning that draw, which will take place today and will be announced tonight or tomorrow morning. We've had amazing feedback on Rabbi Glenn Black, NCSY. That was our interview on Friday. Rabbi Glenn Black is known and loved by so many people. He's been doing this. He's been running NCSY Canada for so long. It is literally, it defines him. It's who he is. It's what everybody knows him as. I know him personally, and he's so much more than that. But he has made NCSY and helping the next generation of Jewish teens and youth to become the best versions of who they can be and to become the leaders that we hope to have in our future generations. If you missed the interview, go back and listen. You won't regret it. Let's get into chapter 7. We just introduced it last week by saying that skyscrapers are put up in years with so many people involved in the effort. Architects, designers, construction people, vendors, all kinds of different people. Myriads of individuals are involved in putting up a skyscraper, and yet they're going up everywhere. But they take years of hard work and dedication and planning and money and blood, sweat, and tears go into putting up these monster buildings that we can't put up fast enough. And yet, to take it down, when it's all said and done, when that building has outlived its useful purpose and we now have to destroy it, it takes minutes, it takes hours, it takes days. And these buildings, these once beautiful skyscrapers that served an amazing purpose, are reduced to absolute rubble. And it's not just there that we see it. We see it in multi-generational businesses. The grandparents work or the parents work overtime, blood, sweat, and tears their entire lives. They dedicate to building a family business and making it successful. And they succeed after dedicating a lifetime to it, taking away time from their family, taking away time from the things that are important and dedicating it to building this business, not necessarily saying that's the right way to do it, but so many have done it in the past. And then they pass it on to their children. And the children, if they are capable and competent, have added to that success and they pass it on to the grandchildren. Eventually, it falls into the lap of a generation that doesn't appreciate the hard work and the energy that went into building that very business that has supplied a beautiful livelihood for so many family members over so many generations. It only takes not even a full generation. It can happen so quickly. When it gets into the hands of the wrong generation, they destroy it because they don't value the hard work that went into it. That could be, God forbid, a picture of how our relationship with our Creator is. That we work on it for so long and we get to the point where at one stage something gets in our way and it makes us regret. It makes us feel bad that we actually did the right thing because we think we lost out. We look at other people. We look at other scenarios in life. We listen to the masses and we think, wow, we lost out. I sent my kids to private school, to Jewish school, to Hebrew school. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars every year after tax money to send my kids to these educational institutes, to be surrounded by people that we want them surrounded by, to have a positive impact on them, not to brainwash them with the toxicity that is in society, that is in government, that is in media, that is in Hollywood. We don't want that. We've spent so much money money, sending them to these institutions. And at one point we look at somebody else, we look at our neighbor, and we see them driving fancy cars and going on expensive vacations multiple times a year, and we're barely getting by. And the thought may creep into our mind to say, did I do right? I could have just sent them down the street at public school. I pay for it already in my taxes, which are exorbitant. And it's right across the street. They could have walked there instead of me getting up early in the winter and driving them sometimes very far, long distances to get to that school and paying tens of thousands of dollars in tuition on top of all the other fees that we need to pay to keep these children there. Was it worth it? That doubt has the ability to erode all of the goodness that came from making the right decision. So be careful, guys. Be aware. Value the hard work that you've done. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. Don't second guess it. Know that you've done right. Know that you've made a good decision. Yeah, it doesn't go with the masses, but I saw a wonderful meme. Once in a while, you see one that makes sense. Don't follow the masses. Sometimes the M is silent. My friends, the majority does not always rule. If we always went by the majority, humanity would have failed long ago. Let's get into it. An additional thing that will detract from a person's ability to acquire and maintain trust is being ignorant about the power of the Creator and his exalted attributes, with which he manages the affairs of the world and bestows endless kindness upon it. One cannot have trust if he is not aware of these things and does not pay attention to them. Guys, I could write an entire book on this, and many have been written. For if one does not appreciate the extent of the Creator's compassion on his creation and the fact that he administers them and supervises them, he rules over them, and they are held by his reins, his heart cannot rest, for he worries that he cannot rely on God. Guys, I can dedicate an entire podcast. I can dedicate weeks, months, and years just to discussing this. And what's he saying? He's saying that if you want to have trust in your Creator, if you want to bolster your faith and your trust and have that confidence and the power and the clarity that comes with having this relationship, then you have to do one thing. And that thing is recognize. Open your eyes and ears and your mind and recognize what he does and recognize how often he does it. Not just that he created this spectacular system and walked away, because he didn't. He didn't just create it, drop us in it and say, sink or swim. Good luck. Let me know how it works out for you. That's not what he did. He created it. He is part of it. He is intimately involved in our lives on a millisecond by millisecond basis. And he is there supervising to make sure that we come out ahead and that we do the right thing. I can give you so many examples. And in fact, what we're talking about right here, we're going to focus on a little bit more, my friends, because this is what brought me closer. This is what changed my life. It's what took me from being a regular Joe, living a secular life, trying to keep up with the Joneses, thinking it's all me. The buck starts and stops with me. I am the one in charge of outcomes. Go to work, produce, pay your taxes, fall in line, listen to everybody else, follow the masses, and you'll be okay. I realized that that was a scam long ago. And this is exactly what enabled me to realize that scam. Let me finish this off with one example. The 4 seasons. They come and they go the same time of year every single year. And if your parents read to you Dr. Seuss as a child, you know that there is no such thing as oobleck. There is nothing else that falls from the sky other than rain and snow. That's it. We have 4 seasons and they come and go like clockwork. You can set your watch, and in fact, we set our calendars to them. We know the times of the year because God, in his wisdom and his perfection, created 4 perfect seasons. They never change. We never miss out on a holiday. We never cancel winter. It always comes. Woke up this morning and there was a fresh blanket of snow outside my window, which looks beautiful, a little difficult to navigate in, but it looks beautiful. Bottom line, my friends, he's been doing that for thousands of years without fail. We never had to cancel any of the seasons because he didn't feel like bringing winter or fall or summer. Maybe it felt like it because it wasn't the best summer in the world, but you knew that it was summer, my friends. Never, ever fails. There's going to be more of this because, like I said, we can talk about this for a very long time, and hopefully we'll spend some more time on it tomorrow. This is your reminder. The draw is happening today, so step up, guys. All you need to do is share, like, and comment, and you may get that free book today. Thank you for spending time with us on the Trust Factor podcast. If you heard something today that moved you, save this episode and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming conversations that challenge, empower, and uplift. And if you're on social media, connect with us. Leave your thoughts. Drop a quote that resonated with you. Hashtag the Trust Factor Podcast. Until next time, keep growing in your trust. Keep living with purpose. I'm Jesse Revivo, and this has been the Trust Factor Podcast. Thanks for listening.